Lions Vikings this Sunday. Let's give a little preview and talk some Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Let's Talk Lions. Yes, I am in a new spot. It's kind of like when you look at a cereal box and it's like, same taste, but brand new look, that type of feel. It's that, but just for today. The Lions taking on the Vikings this week. A little worried, if I'm going to be honest. Definitely a little bit worried about it. I think looking at the Vikings this year, they don't really... Personally, to me, they don't look like the record that they're showing. They're a 2-5 ball club, but when you watch them, there's a lot of these little mistakes in Kirk Cousins not living up to what he should be due to his paycheck. If I can say so, feels like he's getting away with murder. You look at the Minnesota Vikings, overall, they're putting up about 26 points per game. Now, the NFL this year seems to me that it's been a pretty high-scoring year. Most games are winding up in the 30s, upper 30s, if not some 40s. Look at us last week against Indianapolis. The Vikings' passer rating is 23rd in the NFL, and their rushing yards are averaging out at about 5 yards a carry. So, enough to do some damage, especially as you've seen with the Lions. We have struggled against the run. Look at us last week against Jonathan Taylor and Hines. Couldn't stop the run. Now, granted, we had a great first quarter. Jamie Collins played great, but looking at Dalvin Cook specifically, he's rushing for, 5.3 yards a carry? That's enough to make our defense a little bit worried. Should make them sweat a little bit, like they're sitting in a sauna. It's 70 degrees here in November in Michigan. I'm like, so weird. I'm not going to complain about it, but it is weird. One thing that the Lions have in their advantage is that the Vikings struggle on the third down conversion. They are 27th in the league converting on third down, which that's great. That's great for us. Our defense, we have been better since the bye. Not last week, but overall looking more together. You look at last week, the Vikings against Green Bay, they owned time possession. They held on to the ball all game. They controlled it. That's how they were able to solidify that win. Well, that and Dalvin Cook dancing on the graves of the Green Bay Packers past. So what's it going to take to beat them? Quite frankly, stop the run. Make Kirk Cousins throw. We see that a lot on our defensive side of the ball. If we can make the quarterback throw, put that pressure on, and minimize all running plays, hey, that's where we are finding a lot of success defensively. Since the bye, that is. Cousins threw a total of 14 times. He went like 11 for 14, 10 for 14 last week against the Packers, which, hey, that's a great completion percentage. However, you're only being trusted to throw the ball 14 times in the game. Plus, Dalvin Cook being as good as he is and going off the way he did, why else would you be throwing it? So if we can stop Cook, stop the run, that will be necessary for the Lions to find a way to victory. Cousins is not the future of Minnesota in the quarterback room. We all know it. I think he knows it. Minnesota fans know it. He doesn't have the it factor to lead them onward. So I feel like he's almost just a placeholder sitting there waiting until their actual quarterback arrives, whether that's going to be a draft pick coming up or a trade. We as the Lions, we have a lot of things going in the negative for us right now. Stafford's COVID testing came back negative. That's awesome. It does look like he will be playing most likely, but there we sit in a confusion cell of most likely. So here's to hoping, please, that Stafford will be on the field. We do know that Jared Davis is out because of COVID. Jamal Agnew, his rib, there's an issue there, so he'll be out. We also know that we have Kenny GOLLADAY and Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers is on the IR, which really sucks because here comes Everson Griffin. It's his first game against his old regime. Would have been awesome to have the tag team duo of Trey Flowers and Griffin coming from both sides. Instead, you pick up a pass rusher, and one goes down. So, hey, at least we do have Griffin for this Sunday. That will be huge. And especially because he's hyped. He's hyped to play against Minnesota. He wants to do some damage. He has made that very clear through social media. Also, huge news, we did pick up Mohamed Sanu. That's right, another Patriot, before we get all crazy. It will be interesting as him and Marvin Jones did play together in the past. So to have both of them on the field, Mohamed Sanu is signed to the practice squad. Will he be playing this week? No. Just per the NFL's rules this year, he will not be playing this week. However, he is signed to the practice squad, and hopefully we'll be seeing him in the future, especially if GOLLADAY's injury lasts longer than we would all hope for. So all in all, looking at this game, it's really going to come down to our defense shutting down Cook. And then really, if Stafford is eligible to play after this negative COVID test, you look at Minnesota's defense, it's kind of falling apart. So I think that will it'll be good. So that's just a quick update looking ahead at Sunday. Do you think that the Lions will beat the Vikings? If so, what's the score? Drop it in the comments. And I'll see you next time on Let's Talk Lions.